Even if an antique is priceless, the happiness it brings lasts for only the moment that you obtain it.
Be safe.
Angel Share is a great place to bring a date. Come on in and take a seat. Come take a look.
What else did we put on our shopping list? Oh, what a mouth-watering smell. We can...
Well, if it isn't the Traveler and...
Hello there.
So you...
I said I was going to resign from being her bodyguard. Not that our friendship was over. We're still the best of friends. The Halmayanis also still post jobs from time to time. Their pay is always generous, so me and the other mercs never pass them up.
I told Dehya to just stay at our place when she took one of those jobs a few days ago. My parents were delighted. They even said that it always felt like we were missing someone whenever Dehya wasn't around.
That sounds like something they would... Anyway, the job is already taken care of, so I was gonna head back to the brigade as soon as I finished a little shopping. But the master kept insisting, and I ended up staying.
You can stay for as many days as you want, Dehya. Father hasn't even gotten around to treating you...
You know I'm not...
What? She said they'll treat you to the best dish...
But wait. Didn't... There are so many places I still haven't visited yet.
I'm sorry, my lady, but no can do.
Oh, come on. Not this again.
I know, I'm sorry.
All right, fine. Ever since you first set foot on... Have you been delaying our trip?
Nah, are you kidding?
Would you swear on that? Friend, but if something really is bothering you...
Oh, looks like...
You're too perceptive, my lady. Seems I can't hide anything from you. I just thought that nothing good could come out of telling you about the messy happenings of mercenaries. Mercenary life is a dog-eat-dog world where Mora reigns supreme.
That doesn't change anything about what I just said, though. We're still friends, and I can only...
My lady... All right, I'll Okay, let's talk here. Just try not to draw any extra attention. As you may already know, my brigade is called the Blazing Beasts. We're not a large group, but every member is loyal and... However, not all Eremite brigades are like mine. Some are willing to cross all kinds of lines for the sake...
Deshret's relics? Judging from the name, they must really look up to...
Yep, you got it. I've heard that you've already crossed paths with Ain al-Akmar. They're one of the groups under the Relic's banner.
Oh, you mean the
Deshret's Relics is on any other day.
Dakan?
I think it means beard or something. Believe me, it's a really stupid name. Anyway, the real issue is that Dakan al-Akmar is led by my father, Kusela.
Say what now?
I think I'm starting to understand your anxiety.
I won't go into detail. Yep. Not only have they...
That's beyond...
I don't know how if I don't do some... I just...
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's setting the bar.
I mean, if he was even remote, he was loud and... Of course, the other...
Sounds like an...
What about your mother?
Unfortunately...
Oh.
It's all right, my lady. That's pretty common in mercenary circles. Didn't I mention that my father was chasing after women? I was the result of one of those encounters with some random person. He told me that he wasn't sure who my mother was. And he'd say, "You'll be fine as long as you remember to stick with Dad." But even then, he left most of the parenting to the brigade. The one thing I do remember is that he used to tell me stories. But the problem was that they were tales of desert warrior.
Sounds like your typical
More or less, yeah. He seemed to think that even the toys, it was only much...
What an interesting guy.
Yeah, until I grew up. Looting, no one in the... Did they really think...
I think I can understand your...
Yeah, but don't worry, my lady. It's all water under the bridge to me now. I had a huge argument with my father, and I'm not investigating them due to... Yeah.
I see.
It is.
That may be true.
Well...
What should we do?
Huh?
Well, she's super tough, so if she...
I'm inclined to agree. I'll wait for news from you in the city.
All right, then let's get...
I'm super awesome.
Hey, Dehya, you're back. Are these two friends of yours? Oh? Anyway, since they've become extreme, they even attack...
Even the most ferocious...
That's right, a portion of their...
That's terrible.
Yeah, and a few days ago, rather than saying that...
Wait,
You heard me right. If their only goal was Mora, they could have gone after anybody. The targeted nature of their attacks points to a power struggle between the different brigades within the relics. That's the only... Unfortunately... Oh, one last thing we discovered was that over the past...
It sounds mighty strange to me, too. Gotta say, though, I didn't expect...
Nah, it was nothing.
What he said. Besides, yeah. And while they went to talk with Dakan al-Ak, any survivors of the attack were already long gone. There was nothing of value left in the camp.
Ah, Hisham and Khalaf. You're here...
We rushed over as soon as we saw you come into Caravan Rebat. Although this new friend of yours looks a little green behind the ears, I'm sensing a special vibe from her. Now that we know you'll have a capable partner with you, we can also rest easy.
Hey!
Oh, You're...
Of course! Paimon is a traveler.
Oh.
Even if she had...
Oh, one other thing. We held another recruitment event. The deputy put a lot...
sorry.
Gotta admit, now if only the
The awkward side...
Hey, didn't... Huh?
I don't...
Are you kidding me? I missed a once-in-a-lifetime moment like that and you weren't even gonna tell me?
All right.
Hey, don't you try to change the subject. You and Hisham get your butts over here and tell me everything right now.
Are they?
There aren't many rules or graces when it... If someone starts getting under your skin, you just... But we also don't tend to take many things too seriously. Being direct and getting it... That's also why I never spare their feelings when I talk to them. If I want to laugh, I'll laugh. Hey, knuckleheads! Can you at least tell me the rest of the intel before...
Yeah, you hear? All you gotta do?
Perfect. Thanks for that. Be sure to pass my...
Will do. You stay...
Happy to oblige.
There is no escape! Illusion shattered! Clear skies can do nothing to hide the brilliance of lightning. Divine bolts can strike even in the absence of rain. Do you see that tree? Wait, you understand? So, demonstration is not required. Good.
This should be the place. Let's find a spot to hide and bide our time. It's gonna come down to a fight one way or another.
No need to worry. She knows her...
I'm not worried about that. Ah, here they come. You ready? Let's not give them a chance to...
Let's get it on! Ha!
I'll be back. No more tricks up your sleeve. You want this one?
Dissipate!
You're... the flip...
Good. That saves me an introduction. All right, time for a little talk. Are you buddies with Dakana Lakmar now?
You know the code of being a mercenary just like everyone else. The first rule is to never divulge key information about our employer.
Think about it, though. What's your reputation worth if you won't have the other tools you need to succeed in this line of work? Tools like, I don't know, your limbs or eyes? You've got 5 seconds. You might want to think twice about how much your employer's information is worth to you.
Whoa!
I'm not joking around. We can do this the easy way or the painful way. 2 seconds!
I'll save you the trouble.
Huh? Are you crazy? He tried to bite off his own tongue. Quick, search the area. I definitely didn't expect him to go that far.
But why would he be...
I just wanted to test his mettle. You can get a lot of mercenaries to talk just by... I didn't expect him to be willing to go through so much...
Well, he's out.
Yeah, don't worry about... There...
We found a piece of paper with a bunch of names on it. Maybe it's a record of something.
Let me take a look. Yep. I see an entry for Dakana Lakmar right here. Kusela, Idrisi, Bashar, and Takriti. All familiar names. Dakana Lakmar has been trading for a hefty supply of food, weapons, and this caravan is just one link. That person will then pack the caravan. Wait, why is there no Mora value recorded for the final transaction? Yeah, every transaction before the last one was marked with an exact amount of Mora, but the final one, where they paid for everything to be brought back to the desert... perhaps. Anyway, the next... Huh?
What's wrong?
Shazamon Homayani?
Homayani? You mean Junior's could it just be another family?
I'd be surprised to find someone with the exact same first and last name. Shazamon Homayani is Dunyarzad's father, and just what the heck is going on here? I'm sorry, you're right. I'll consider what we found and not jump. But what this piece of paper confirms is that the Homayani family has been providing goods to Dakana.
What if the Homayanis have been kept in the dark and don't know they've been trading with Dakana Akhma?
That's a possibility. But if that was the case, why is this caravan specifically named Shazamon as their person of contact? They could have just as easily bought goods such as food and medicine directly from Caravan Rebat or Port Ormos. Yeah, funding violence and looting. The brigade gets the goods, and he is paid the proceeds from the sale of the...
But why would he do something like this? It's not like the Homayanis are...
I honestly have no idea. I've been to their estate many times, and I've never noticed anything suspicious. The only potentially large expenditure I could think of would be the treatment cost for Dunyarzad's Elazar. Maybe they borrowed a lot of Mora in the past, but that's still just a speculation. I don't think the master would stoop so low to make Mora. You're probably right.
But what should we do now?
If you ask me, I'm not worried. Let's go find my lady. If we're lucky, we...
Dehya.
I've considered that. She showed genuine... That's not how I deal...
You're right. Paimon wants to...
Yeah. We're back, my lady.
Oh, you're back alive.
Actually,
I see.
something like...
You all look a little... Why don't you discuss it with me?
It's okay, my lady.
So something... On any other day...
My lady?
The master. Okay. My father has been supplying good...
Yeah, It makes as little sense to us as it does. I've never doubted the Master's integrity. Maybe he's not actually aware of the...
I can't help but agree with the trap.
Huh? You mean you
Thank you for sharing all this. Since you've told me in the past, I thought that my father hired a bodyguard for me. However, there are plenty of capable mercenaries in the Corps of 30. Why did my father go out of his...
About that. Well, the Homayanis really needed bodyguards, so they reached out to the Blazing Beast. Later, the Master told me that he offered me a...
Well, but that didn't...
me. I think I get which...
Precisely. If my father had always been in contact...
You mean to go all along?
No, that's too much of a stretch.
But that still doesn't...
So, the Master was...
Sorry we put all...
It's okay, Paimon. Regardless of his...
But is that... My father has committed many atrocities. However, if we decide to
Dehya.
It's alright, Dehya.
You don't have to do that,
Hey! It's still too early to give up hope! What was the thing about friendship? Right, yeah! Besides, there's no point on getting...
Thank you, everyone. In which case, my lady...
Sure thing.
Thank you for coming, sir. Please allow me to introduce these two.
Yes, my daughter has mentioned them from time to time. It's a privilege, but we may skip all the pleasantries for now. What is the important matter you wish to discuss?
Well, we wanted to bring this...
So, that's what you found? Huh. Seems like...
If you wouldn't mind, we'd like an explanation.
Well, it's a long and difficult story. And to be perfect... What I do know, though, Dehya, is that the truth will bring you no solace. If anything...
Wait.
Yes. I understand perfectly why you came to see me. And I am touched by your collective... But knowledge always comes at a price. And sometimes, as they say, your father Kusela and I both believed that. Of course, you have the right to seek and learn the truth, but the facts of this matter may reduce. If you must proceed, then Kusela's heartfelt efforts will also fade into the wind like a fleeting mirage.
His heartfelt efforts? I'm sorry, sir. I've made it this far in life. I have my own ideals, and I came here today to support you as the head of the Homayani family.
I understand. Then let... Our family once needed to take a trip to the desert when Dunyarzad was just a baby. Along the way, we were attacked by bandits. They had superior numbers and quickly overpowered our bodyguards. When all seemed lost, a group of passerby Eremites lent us their support. Those Eremites were Kusela's brigade, Dehya al-Ahmar. Kusela's men told me that the attackers were Eremite mercenaries, just like themselves. I was shocked. Why would Dehya al-Ahmar go so far to save us and not spare the fellow Eremites? Kusela was grinning and walked over to play with baby Dunyarzad. She was startled by his unfamiliar face and nearly started crying.
Really? And never...
He said that he had no particular reason to help us. He just took pity on us because he had a daughter about the same age. We started talking about our children, and I sensed that he was a devoted father. To repay his kindness, I hired his brigade to help out at our estate for a time, and offered everyone generous remuneration.
So, that's what happened.
It was many years before I saw him again. I almost didn't recognize him the next time he came knocking on my door. The man I knew to be strong and healthy had been reduced to a shell of himself.
So, what happened to him? He was perfectly fine when I left the brigade.
I'm not too sure myself. The only thing that didn't change was his cheery disposition. He said there was absolutely nothing to worry about and that he had gone. He then suddenly asked me if Dunyarzad, now that she had grown, would need a bodyguard of her own. At the time, Dunyarzad was going through but he kept coming back to the topic. Come on, it never hurts to be safe. How do you know a bodyguard won't come in handy one day? I was completely lost at first, until he recommended the Blazing Beasts, and in particular, a mercenary named Dehya.
So he was the one who recommended Dehya to you.
Indeed. He didn't say it out loud, but it was clear that he saw Deshret's relics as an evil group who would eventually corrupt every member in their ranks. He was already beyond redemption, but he hoped that he would be able to detach his daughter from the vicious world of mercenary life. If Dehya could stay in my house and keep working as a bodyguard, then gradually her affinity for the desert would decrease, and she'd be able to leave her previous life behind.
And that's why you offered her such generous...
Yes, but not just because of that. From the moment that he asked me for that favor, I also began to see Dehya as my own daughter. And that's also why I tried to persuade you to stay when you asked for permission to leave. I was willing to spend however much it took. Kusela saved my daughter and I all those years ago in the desert.
He was always like that, acting like he's oh so smart and self-righteous.
Kusela said that he'd reimburse me for a portion of Dehya's fees. I refused to take any mora from him, but he'd always send me funds anyway. Eventually, I just accepted them as a token of his gratitude. And that went on for a while until I received another letter. The letter contained a request to help him buy food, weapons, medicine, and even...
Wait! Isn't that around the time that Dakan al-Ahmar started becoming...
That's right. When I started to hear some nasty rumors, I became wary. I wanted to meet him face to face to discuss things. But by then, he was no longer receptive to my requests to talk. If I had to guess, it's probably because he doesn't want to put Dehya at risk. That thought occurred to me as well. I figured that he probably... After some deliberation, I decided I am aware that even such a reduced gesture of... In the end, it probably was the wrong decision. I plugged my...
If you can, please tell me where he is now. None of the things he's doing right now make any... If all he wants to do is steer clear of me, then maybe he shouldn't have brought me...
Oh no, Dehya...
I'm just angry because I can't wrap my head around any of his actions. I don't know, but I get...
I'll do my best to help. I don't know However, he's responsible. I've heard.
Understood.
I'll stay and be with my father. My father hasn't... I feel like...
Yes. It's time to...
I know what you've been.
Shh! Keep your voice down. Come with me. We should take... This place should do. All right. Back to...
Don't worry.
Wait.
So what's in it?
Well, I waited in my...
Let me tell you how it is. We're investigating. If you provide...
Hey, why don't we discuss...
Shut it. My patience is running out. You should know when a mercenary...
All right. They're always on. Feel free to go have...
Sure.
Hey, come on.
Really?
All right, I get it.
Now that's more like it. Let's move. And as for you... Seems like we're in luck. Let's go. We'll finally get to the bottom of this ourselves. I'm here to see Kusela. Tell him to get out here.
Dehya, why are you here?
Torn to oblivion! Look alive!
Quietly now. Game's up. Time's over.
Where do you think you're...
Haven't you all done enough?
Oh, so are you also here to stop us?
Stay out of this! It's got nothing to do with you!
Now you shall perish!
Busted.
Stand with me! Lightning terrified! Don't waste my time. Submit! There is no escape!
Things are about to get dicey.
strong!
Enough fighting. We all know each other, and I don't want to take things too far. Just bring Kusela to me. There's no use hiding him anymore. Did you understand a single word I just said? Or do I need to bash your skull in some more?
All right, everyone, let's all just calm down for a second. Dehya, the boss can't come out and see you anymore. He died a long time ago.
What?
Seems like you've been out of the loop for a while. Guess that's for the best, though. At least, that's what the old man wanted.
When did he die? What happened to him?
A few years ago, Kusela broke up Dakan al-Ahmar and went to the Deshret's Relics headquarters by himself.
So is that when you guys started acting up?
We would prefer to call it taking revenge. Every last person in Deshret's Relics must pay in blood for what they did.
Let me start from the beginning. Dehya, do you know how the head of the Relics maintained order?
Overwhelming strength and unquestionable authority?
Those were a part of it, yes. But just those on their own weren't enough. They had another tool at their disposal. They called it a person's record. Regardless of whether they joined by their own will or were coerced, every person in Deshret's Relics were forced to leave a record of themselves at headquarters. Whether it be their deepest sin, some unforgivable act, or their most immoral exploit, the record served both as a symbol of loyalty and the perfect material for blackmail. That's precisely it. Every one of us have a record. Me, Bashar, Tikriti, and all the boys who grew up with Dehya and ended up joining our ranks. But you, Dehya, you were never asked to provide a record, were you?
I never even knew this was a requirement.
You were probably the only person in all of Deshret's Relics who didn't know about it.
Ever since you were born, Boss had been trying to shield you from this organization's sinister rules. Not only that, but he also banned all of us from committing any nefarious acts. He said he'd take care of the dues we had to pay regularly to headquarters. But in the end, he was just an ordinary person. What could he do? He was forced to go to headquarters again and again.
We all knew he was doing...
And that's why he became...
Wait, but...
Because you were too young when you left home.
So...
Yep. It was all his doing.
A few years ago, Boss said he needed to make another trip to headquarters. He was already pretty weak then, and we all assumed he was going to get beaten again. I suggested that he hand the role of leadership over to me, but he said there was no longer any need, since Dakan al-Ahmar would soon be no more. His words made no sense to me, but that night, we heard that a massive fire tore through headquarters and razed everyone's records to ash.
Everyone gained their freedom that night. Many members fled, not just from our ranks, but from the other brigades as well. But how could we leave with a clear conscience? All of us who knew exactly what had happened.
The boss can't have just died for nothing. Those heartless jerks at headquarters took him from us.
From that point on, the sole purpose of Dakan al-Ahmar became revenge. The big fire that Boss started was quite a blow to headquarters' strength. It's given us the opportunity to launch our attack. Even though we're outnumbered, we vowed to see our revenge through to the very end. There were people from headquarters who changed their names and went into hiding. Some fled to other brigades, and others escaped to the rainforest. But we won't let any of them escape our wrath. They'll all pay for what they've done.
We've suffered plenty of losses as well. To keep going, we need an enormous amount of supplies, from food and medicine to weaponry and explosives. All we can do is exchange our loot from Mora, and then use that to get supplies. We forged Boss's handwriting and sent out many letters to his former friends. Thankfully, many people were willing to come to our aid. We were also able to attract many mercenaries who shared our goal. We've endured unspeakable pain to win many impossible battles. Deshret's relics have become weaker and weaker, and now we finally have an opportunity to directly
Paimon doesn't know what to say anymore.
We do know right from wrong, but we were sinners from the very beginning. We do not. Boss always loved his old-fashioned hero stories. Those tales about. We used to always laugh. As for me, but maybe we were all just acting along with the play in the beginning. But as we acted I'm sorry, Dehya. I know you always found us insufferable.
I'll go with you.
Huh? Dehya?
I grew up with these guys, and all I know is that. Furthermore, I know you don't want to get involved in this, so there's no need for you to tag along. I can do this.
Yeah.
Thank.
I bet Boss would lose.
Considering all the losses.
He can think whatever, but the fact.
Strong!
That's close enough!
Take it easy.
This the entrance? We sure didn't run into much trouble on the way here. didn't explain.
They should all be holed up.
Who cares?
Still, we should be careful. Even if they won't.
Yeah, we'll know what the Deshret's relics may have been a force to be reckoned with before.
Yeah.
Happy to apply. Ha!
You are not.
Inazuma shines eternal. Illusion shattered. Gotcha.
Out of my way! Get with me!
I'll be back. New punching bag.
Our bond is strong!
Game's up. Time's over. Take it easy. Quietly now.
There is no escape. You're dead meat.
I'll take my today.
Torn to oblivion. Illusion shattered. Shine down.
Things are about to get dicey.
You want this one?
Your life is mine.
Give up.
This way! I'll settle this!
This way, follow me. We're almost there.
Wait! They went charging ahead without checking for...
Hey, you guys okay?
It seems like we just got trapped in here. Don't.
Watch out, the enemy's coming from ahead.
Well, now that things have come to this, seems we'll have to fight our way through.
Don't worry about us. We knew something like this could happen. Go and take a look around. There could still be another way through. Let's go! We can't let the boss...
Let's check if there's another way! The sooner we...
Let's see. I think I see a way through over there, but it's being
Okay,
Gotcha.
Now you shall perish. Illusion shattered. You asked for it.
another mechanism like the one before, but this one's being blocked off in the middle.
we just need to adjust it a little.
Game's up. Home's over. Quietly now.
Stand with me! Lightning terrified!
Inazuma shines eternal! There is no escape!
Buckle up! You're dead meat!
Busted.
Submit!
Here comes the catch.
Now you shall perish! Illusion shattered! You asked for it!
Dissipate!
I wasn't expecting anyone to make it through from the other side. But as a desert dweller, I suppose we should be used to our folks defying all expectation.
Don't waste your breath. You have nowhere to run.
Run? Had I wanted to run, I would have fled 1,000 times already. I witnessed the golden age of Deshret's relics. Even if I could leave this place behind, all that awaits me now are endless. Even now, my brothers and I still believe in one thing. The greatest should never live to remember.
So you want to go out in a blaze of glory?
Let us draw our weapons! We will show them the true power, King Deshret. They are but two, while we hold within ourselves the Wave 1! Charge! Eliminate them!
Gotcha. These are about to get dicey.
Your life is mine. Torn to oblivion. Shine down. Look alive.
You're dead meat!
Don't think that you've won. We're just getting started.
There is no escape. Inazuma shines eternal.
Now you're testing my patience.
Let's get it on. You asked for it.
We'll meet again.
Our bond is strong. Quietly now. Here comes the catch.
How? King Deshret will not abandon any one of his followers.
Shine down. Look alive.
You're dead meat!
Now you're testing my patience. Will.
Gotcha.
Inazuma shines eternal. Illusion shattered.
Your brother! This is where we'll prove our fate.
You all just wanna die?
None of us plan to leave this place alive!
You're sad. Your sacrifice is
Break the storm!
Torn to oblivion.
Where do you think you're going?
Rude.
Pound it to the ground!
Don't waste my time.
I'll settle this!
Goodbye. But we'll meet again.
The commander has finally fallen.
But they're still coming at us! This place is like a gladiator's ring. They just keep coming no matter how many we beat!
Yes! Keep fighting! There's no need to fear, and no need to back down!
When the next wave comes, try to draw away their attacks. I'm going to see if I can take out that high platform.
Get out of my way!
Come and face me, Michel! Ugh, so they've broken through the front as well.
Apologies, Lord Michel. They fight like absolute madmen! No matter how much we throw at them, they just keep coming for more!
So, it would seem like this is the end.
Time to pay for everything you've done, Michel.
You think I would give you that opportunity? I will be buried in the sand alongside all the rest of our fading glory.
Hey, wait!
We were too late.
It's over. There's no more need to fight. But if you're still going to cling on to your so-called mercenary's pride, then I'll give you all a good beating as well.
Hey, Dehya! I found the mechanism. I'll get you all back up here right away.
Let's go.
Stand with me! Our bond is strong! Stand with me!
Who are you filthy rats? And why are you always pestering us?
You call yourself a member of the infamous Deshret's relics, and you still can't even tell who's made it all.
Who knows what intent a bunch of rats may have? We try to catch a couple, and you all just show up on the other side. Hey, have you ever heard of a man by the name of Kusela? Why would I know? It's not like I'm in charge or anything.
This is your last chance to.
Hey, I said I don't know anything. I'm just an average member here. If you're here to find someone, why don't you look through the records yourselves? Who can remember?
The irony. His life became a light for so many. Where's the records room?
It's right over there.
I mean the old records room.
The old records room? Kusela. Ah, yeah, I remember him now. Watch your mouth. That's our boss you're talking about. He was definitely faking it. We all let our guard down as soon as we saw him come hobbling in. But in the short time it supposedly took him to take a dump, he'd already gotten away and started a fire in the records room. He couldn't have possibly outrun us if he wasn't a fraud. And after that, Deshret's relics fell into complete disarray.
Stop wasting our time. Every one of us here is perfectly. Tell me, where is the.
It's just over there. Go see. There's nothing left in there but ashes. Bashar, Tikriti, let's go. We'll leave the. Spare them no mercy.
Our bond is strong!
So, this was his final destination. How did he... If he was nimble enough to do that, then...
Dehya.
I'm sorry.
Is this a cane?
Kusela.
Thanks for everything, boss.
We're fortunate to somehow find that cane after that fire.
Let's split up and look around some more. What if some...
But what else could survive a fire like that?
Huh?
Wait! Isn't that the toy sword you played with as a child?
The dragon is no more, for Princess Dehya has slain it. Its head now hangs above the city gates. Her bravery has brought eternal peace and prosperity to us all. Dehya, come on. This is the most important line.
You can do it.
But Dehya, you defeated the dragon. Everyone's waiting for your speech. Still too shy, huh? All right, I'll do it. I hereby proclaim our victory. Evil shall plague us no more.
I hereby proclaim our victory. Evil shall plague us no more, Dad. What's this?
Don't you remember? You asked Paimon what she would do if she were to wake, and Paimon said, these opportunities don't come by. Hey, come on! Anyway, the point is that you, Junior Zed will...
Aw, my chest was... But when everything came to an end, it was as if I'd lost the thing that was most important to me. Yeah, you're right. To many mercenaries, Mora is the most important. Idrisi and my reality shattered when I found out that the father who always told me hero stories was in fact a bad. Despite all my... We're hypocrites. Yeah, you're right.
You're back! Are all of you alright?
Ah, there she is!
Yeah. Huh?
Paimon will
I'm sorry.
It's all right, my lady. You were hurt by all of this as well.
Dehya...
Hey, don't worry about me. My father... That thought has even crossed my... However, there was always something deep within my mind that... But now that I could...
I understand.
That doesn't mean I won't be making any changes to my life, though. As an example, I'm now thinking about taking on some small odd job. It's just like Idrisi said. I also want to catch up to my father and become a character in his play, even if the ending of the story may be child.
Isn't that neat, though? Oh, you'll be a whole new kind of mercenary, one that's not out for Mora. Why don't we go for a change of scenery once we finish eating? What about stopping by the Grand Bazaar again?
Right. You said you wanted to get a rug for your family.
We'll come along too.
I can't thank you enough for taking...
Take it easy. Take it easy.
Oh, this...
Ah, here you are. Finally, I found you.
Hey! Aren't you that mercenary? Wait.
Once I woke up, but when I got there...
Ah, so you...
Yeah, I had joined the cause to repay an old favor from Kusela. Now that everyone's already turned themselves in, I might as well do the same. One of the injured members gave this box to me, and told me that it contained some of the old man's last possessions. Everything left in the camp will get...
Thank you.
No worries. We are all just living our own truths. There's no need to comment or judge anyone for it.
So this...
Well, back... But let's see... What's this? It's just a bunch of junk. It was against the
That probably...
And
did he get those for you?
Yeah, but who even leaves snacks in a box like... Forget it. Let me see what else is in here. A razor, a wool scarf, which... I'm sorry, my lady. 1, no, 2...
Huh? There's...
Oh, you're... All right, I got it out. It seems to be a piece of paper with some writing on it. The bottom part's all damaged from moisture, though. Let's hope the writing... I was suddenly... To Dehya. It's a letter for me? It's all right.
My condition's becoming worse and worse. Can't even walk without a cane anymore, much less go out and have fun. Guess if you're reading this letter, then you were adorable as a... But once you grew a bit older, you were no longer nearly as happy.
Can you believe this?
Anyway, back to the point. To summarize, I'm writing this so you would know not to feel sad for me, even if you end up... The reason being that... I was never your father to...
Wait, what?
Surely, he must...
I don't know.
I was quite formidable when I was young, and 100 times cooler than some so-called flame main. Really felt like the whole world was under my feet. With just a teeny tiny bit of effort, I felt I could rule over the entire desert. But as fate would have it, I went out into the desert for a drink one day, and discovered a baby in the sands. It was you. You were just lying there, small and helpless. You were so tiny that if the wind blew for just a little while longer, you would have been buried forever. But your cries were so loud they made my head hurt. Now that I think of it, you really were a bundle of energy. I told Idrisi and the others that I had slipped up with a woman while out and about. None of them even doubted me. I'm sorry that I had to lie to them for so long, but I was their most... at this rate, I'll puke up all the liquor I just drank from this bottle. Anyway, you possess the kind of freedom and kindness that we could only dream of. As far as how you should live your life, that'll be up to you to decide.
That's the end. In the end, he was still, I suppose, or...
He was a good father.
Yeah.
Do you already...
I do. I just have one... That there once in that only...
If you identify...
Sure, I appreciate it.
I'll help too.
Thank you. My life is certain, because no matter where I've gone, I've always been surrounded.